Bob Ross is awesome. Said, hoping Sober Mersh gets into a cool hobby like airbrushing vans with Vikings and Wizards so he can crush puss. I don't know about all that. Right now, the goal is to just like not be depressed and sleep all day, and then also to not drink and not gamble and to get back on Adderall. That's on my short list. If I can get back on Adderall, I can start being productive. Then I'll take up a hobby. You know what I enjoyed? I don't even know if we had. Do we have it by me? Okay. We do have one. I think I want to take this shit up, dog. If I'm being real. Cocteau said, I'm sorry, I missed most of Sober Week. Did anything in particular push you to give it a go? The last year of my life. more or less. I don't necessarily think I'm going to be, like, I'm not trying to get like a fucking 10-year chip or anything. I don't think I'm going to never drink again or anything like that. But you know, it's taken too much of a priority, and it's just time, you know? Like, I don't know, man. It's too much. It's too much. And I make bad decisions. The gambling and the drinking are two extremely bad things to combine. And I notice that when I'm not drinking, I don't really care about the other stuff, you know? So it's just like the more I've been drinking in the last like year or two, the more recorded bad decisions are on the record. And the more like, you know, it used to be cute when I would fuck up majorly, you know, once in a while. Start in 3 days, part of the Rumble Creator Program. In the meantime, this show is 100% fan supported, so I can't do it without you guys. I am mucho appreciative. Remember, I have no PayPal, still, as of right now. Still no evidence it's Gabe Hoffman. Other than Gabe Hoffman saying it, which I'll trust him. I'll cut my own dick off before I trust a word that fucking snake says. But welcome to the show. I can officially say it's almost been a full week of no booze for your boy Mersh. I can't remember the last time I went a full week without booze. The last drink I had was on the plane coming back from Vegas. And I didn't really, actually, no. It has been 24 hours. I just remembered I didn't drink booze on the plane ride home. Would you look at that? I mean, I drank plenty the last day I was in town, but I didn't drink any booze on the plane. That's right. I'm remembering now. And on the plane, I had a Coke. I forgot. Yeah, I just had a regular Coke. So yeah, I am now, I guess, a week in of no booze, and it's not fun. It is not fun. Royce couldn't even believe it today. No booze, no gambling for a week. It's been pretty, you know. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Nice. We still got dabbies. We still got dabbies, and we still got 7 tabs. Yeah, what's up? I went out to eat tonight. The worst dinner of my life. Just the worst fucking dinner tonight. I didn't even touch it. Come on, you son of a bitch. There it is. I got it. Yeah. Press me bro for 5 says Gabe Hoffman said he nuked your PayPal. Fuck him. Well, again, I don't have any confirmation that it was him other than him saying it was him. And swear to God, the dude is one of the only people I've ever seen that loves to take credit sometimes for snitching, even when it's not him. So who knows? And it might have been. And if it is, literally, if it is him, and I will only address it this one time. How long has it been since I've even bothered this guy? I think, and again, I don't know if it was him or not, but if it is, and let's say even if it's not him, he's pretending that it was him. Either scenario, he's a sick guy. That's the behavior of a legitimately sick guy. It's operating from a place I can't understand, frankly. I mean, shit, I've had people, you know, in the past that I didn't like or whatever, right? And we've always said this. Hurting another man's ability to feed himself, you know, fucking with another man's wallet, fucking with another man's family. Those are just things that only a fucking soulless fucking demon would do. And honestly, if I got to lose PayPal, I got to lose PayPal. But I can sleep at night just knowing that, like, that is a profoundly unhappy man. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I'm, you know, a ray of joy on a daily basis, but only a fundamentally broken, angry, small little man would do something like that. Especially how many years? To just keep dossiers on people you had disagreements with fucking 6 years ago and be like, I gotta burn this guy, is the behavior of an extremely sick individual. And it is what it is. And when you do what I do for a living, and when you remain as honest as I've always been with you guys, and sometimes to a fault, I don't hide, and there's not a different version of me in people's DMs that you don't see in public. I'm not in group chats. I'm not part of the grift. I've never been part of the hustle. I've always been who I am. And no matter what happens, no matter how difficult these literal demons try to make it, I'll be fine. I faced some real demons in life. I've seen things in my lifetime that I legitimately still have nightmares about. I have experienced real pain. I have experienced real loss. The things that people try to do to me at this phase of my life, I guess it brings them some kind of joy to be like, I got them, right? Does it harm me economically? Sure. Does it put me in a disadvantage or a non-advantageous position? Sure. Does it create more work and headaches for me? Absolutely. But if you gave me, any chance to trade places with these people or be them for one day, I would never do it. I know that Gabe Hoffman truly believes that money is everything. I know that he thinks that that's what defines people. And I know that he thinks taking money from me in some way hurts me. It doesn't hurt me like it hurts you, Gabe. I've had nothing. I'll go back to having nothing. At the end of the day, we all go back to having nothing. We all go back to being nothing someday. But I can say that when I'm gone, there's going to be a hell of a party. There's going to be two parties. There's going to be the people that hate me partying, and there's going to be the people that loved me partying. But what I won't be remembered as is a petty, vengeful, snaky, untrustworthy, bitter, mean-spirited, short little man. There's not going to be a lot of candles lit for you when you're gone, Gabe. They're not gonna go, hey, remember that time Gabe did that one thing that was so funny, bro? Remember that? There's never gonna be the, oh fuck, man, you didn't invite Gabe. That's never been a thing. You will be defined in your dying days as a vengeful, petty little man who tried to use lawyers to bully a guy who was molested as a kid. A man who has done more to bully victims of child sex assault than he's done to help them, myself included. You will be remembered only for your pettiness, only for being a bitter little fuck. And I hope that suits you. And I know, oh yeah, but you're going to be remembered as a drunk, gambling addicted, fucking cat, fucking mom, fucking pussy. Yeah, you're right. I'll be remembered for, that's literally 12 more adjectives than we said about you. I will be remembered for a wide variety of colorful things by both my enemies and the people who favor me. But I will leave behind some stuff, a body of work. Things I have said and things that I've done will ring in people's heads long after I'm dead. They will think back to moments where they go, bro, remember when Mersh did that? I laughed my fucking ass off. I have spent years, every day coming in, trying to make people laugh, trying to make people feel good, trying to make people have a good time. You are a bitter, angry little guy. And what's going to happen? You're going to keep taking shit from me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even trying to fake take the high road when I say it. I genuinely pity a guy who, after all these years, that it's still a priority for you. That couldn't be me. And again, when I talk about being angry and bitter and petty, and I've talked about I've been angry, I've been bitter, I've been petty, and I can still be those things sometimes. But to carry a grudge into the fucking the netherworld is insane. To carry it through time and space itself. Presby said, sorry I brought up Gabe, it just pissed me off. No, man, hey, listen, you brought it up and I made a valid point. That was something I probably needed to get off my chest anyway. And that's my only statement on it. And over time, there's always going to be, the only people that have ever really violently hated me have been proven and demonstrated themselves to be complete psychopaths, complete terminally online psychos, right? And I'm not saying people that dislike me. I'm saying the people that hate me. You're free to dislike me. I'm unlikable. I recognize that. But I think over time, people, logical people, when given a chance to see everything and see both sides of something, I think in time, people figure out, at least the people I want to associate with, are able to deduce what kind of people are raving psychos like Gabe Hoffman. And when they see me and they see how I conduct myself and they see that I'm not involved in any countermeasures, I'm not going to do counter gay ops, I'm going to live my life and I'm going to adapt and adjust and continue to live the life that I want to live and basically try to do no harm in the process. And I think that in time, people come to see you for who you are. At least I hope so. And over time, people hopefully will come to see me as a guy that, I've taken some pretty good fucking licks, but I keep going, and I just want to do my show. You know, hopefully people will see these other people as the unhinged lunatics that they are. But yeah, but to carry that fucking bitterness for so long, and again, like everybody knows that fucking with another man's money is it's just a sleazy gay ass, and by the way, very unmasculine thing to do. One of the most unmasculine things you can possibly do. It's good to be here with you on this Wednesday evening. It is the final Nightwave. I might be back on Friday night. We'll see. I doubt it, though. Starting to get those nightmares, man. Starting to get those non-drinking nightmares, and it's not fun. Honestly, I almost missed ROTC today. The nightmare saved me, actually, because my phone was about to die, and my alarm never would have went off. If you want to show some love, last night, I'm not going to lie, it was pretty rough. I don't expect tonight to be amazing either. But do what you can. Nightwave Radio on Cash App. Dead Game in the chat said, have you been dry or light? Oh, I've been dry, buddy. I have been dry since last Monday. No, I've been bone dry since Vegas. Triple N said, maybe one to take the edge off? Yeah, not tonight. Tonight's not the night, boyos. I got to get up early tomorrow. We have to be in Miami so I can go do Elijah Schaefer's show tomorrow night. So I am shit out of luck as far as that goes. I'll drink at some point, but I am not drinking tonight. Tonight, I will not make it tomorrow. There's no way I could go from 10 p.m. until 4 in the morning streaming and not sneak a drink. You guys have seen it. I've had my Gatorades. I've had my Coke Zeros. Got my 7 tabs right here. Look, boom. I'll take a 7 tab. That's one thing I want to make very clear. I'm not claiming sobriety. So anybody out there that's like, I don't believe Mersh. He's got to be doing something. He's too weak to just stop drinking. You're correct. I am too weak to just stop drinking. But I still got weed. I still got my dabs. I still got my 7 tabs. I still got my kratom. So we're doing it. But yeah, last night, bro. Anybody who's watched Nightwave lately has to know I'm sober because I'm not being as loud and as festive. I'm not as mean. That's one thing with the PayPal stuff. Losing PayPal and then also the not drinking thing. I found myself having thoughts. Really weird thoughts. Thoughts I'm not used to having. Namely, not getting angry. I thought I would be getting angrier, and I thought I'd be lashing out, and I thought I would be legitimately, especially now that I'm not drinking and I lost my PayPal, that should be right there, the perfect storm, right? That should be a perfect fucking storm for disaster, and I should be in a rage. And I don't know why, man. Well, somebody brought up Gabe Hoffman last night, and it's strange. I have a really strange lack of anger in that. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like because I have a little bit of clarity to think. Like, if I had had a few drinks in me, I would have been calling him the K word. I would have been up and down. I would have been talking about how we need to nuke Israel. I would have been doing anything I could say to elicit a response out of him. But there's just no anger there. It's just like it's like a, wow, people are really like that, huh? You know? I don't have any of the righteous indignation I usually have. I don't have this like, I'm going to go to fucking war over this. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just a strange feeling of like, yeah, dude, like you lost your PayPal. And it's like, well, I'll have to make do. You know what's funny? I looked into it. 90% of the money I made on PayPal, Rumble. Rumble was a big concern for me. I was panicking. Shout out to the NPC show who talked me off the ledge because I was really worried about. The only thing this really affects on my life is getting paid by Rumble. Rumble pays, usually every Friday, sometimes every other Friday, like clockwork, in your PayPal. Well, shout out to the NPC show. He got in touch with me yesterday and informed me that no, in fact, all I got to do is contact Rumble. If anything, Gabe Hoffman did me a favor, at least with the Rumble payouts. PayPal was taking 10% of that money. So do the math. Well, NPC show was like, he gave me a contact over at Rumble and he's like, yeah, you know, they do direct deposit, right? I'm like, what? I give him my fucking checking, my checking account number. And now I will just get a monthly payout of my Rumble money. That's $200 a month that Gabe Hoffman saved me. Thank you, buddy. And now that I'm not drinking anymore and now that I'm not gambling anymore, that's just $200 in my pocket right there. So thank you, dog. To a certain extent, my faith is kind of coming back. And not in a, like, I'm going to start becoming an insufferable religious person kind of way. But, like, again, going back to the PayPal thing, I was blindsided by that the other night. And I hadn't had a drink in a week. The only thing I remember thinking was, it'll work out. It was weird. That's not that's not my typical reaction to anything. I'm never a it'll work out kind of guy. I'm always we need to fix this now. I don't care if we need to make a pot of coffee and stay up all night in the war room until this is fixed. I don't want to go to sleep until this is fixed. But it's been really weird lately. I've just been kind of like bad things happen or people say bad shit about me. And I just kind of go, you know, they're entitled to their opinion. You know, it's weird. I don't know where this is coming from, man. Maybe I'm dying. You know, I have to say it. I have to publicly say it. I got to thank God. Because this is the longest I've gone. And I know that that's a pathetic thing to say, that this is the longest I've gone without a drop of alcohol. But I haven't gone over a week without alcohol in probably 3 years, realistically. I got to thank God that I'm not. I thought I'd be fiending by now. I thought I'd be punching the air. I thought I'd be crawling out of my skin. Now, again, I got to say, special shout out to 7 tabs. These have certainly helped. I don't think it would be very easy without the 7 tabs. They are getting me very high. And I can't rely on those forever either. And I get that. I don't take them on the weekends, and I really don't take them for pleasure. I've only been taking them so I can stay alert during Nightwave. Yeah, man. I mean, I know it's not, you know, I'm not out of the woods yet. I'm sure I'm going to be very antsy soon. And look, I will say this. I will very likely have a drink very soon. Matter of fact, we're going to Miami this weekend. I'm probably going to drink. You can let go of like drugs, alcohol, because it's like, well, those are clearly destroying your life. But the problem is that when it comes to gambling, you don't think about all the times you lost money. You think of like, fuck, I would have made money tonight. 3 shots in for 5 for a future bottle of JMO, you fucking hooligan. It's coming. It's coming soon. We're gonna have a nice festive night soon. But like I said, at this point, I'm just riding it and seeing how long I can go. All right, I think I should wrap it up tonight, honestly, because I have to get up tomorrow in the morning. Anyway, good. Dom Lucre got invited to the White House. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to end my career.